Okay, class number 4. Now we're working on a lot of techniques that we've already worked on. I'm just going to review 1 or 2 new ones. So we have a skip forward and a skip backwards. And again, we also know our step forward and our step backwards. We're not adding any additional kicks, so we'll be able to work just on this. So the idea now is we have skip forward, skip backwards, step backwards. We have round kick, fast kick. We have up ball and patachagi. So these are the remaining kicks for the remainder of the classes. So now what we're going to do is give you the total class structure. We'll focus from time to time on an aspect of the class, but for the most part, we're going to give you just the class structure. So as part of our warm-up, this is going to be our next series of step drills. This is the first part of class number 4. This is how you're going to structure it. You can step for roughly 5 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes, and of course this is after your warm-up. So this puts you somewhere about 15 minutes into the class. We start with this first drill. We're going to skip forward and skip backwards. Now I like to do these dynamically. We've already worked on how we do the kicks and how we do the steps. So now at this point I get them bouncing and I'll go skip forward, skip backwards, switch, skip forward, skip backwards, switch. Okay, now we take that, we bump it up to skip forward, skip backwards. Switch. Good. Now this portion of the class, again, takes a certain period of time, but we're going to have a lot of different drills. Now we do the reverse. Skip backwards, skip forward, skip backwards. So when I say 1, they're going to go back and forth. Then I say 2, they go forward and back. 1, 2, motion. So that's the second portion of the same period of time, same 5 to 10 minutes. Then I say 1, they do all 4 motions. They go tung tung, tung tung. They go backwards, forwards, forwards, backwards. Good. And they can even do it with a little bit of free motion, because this is not something you would necessarily do, but we're working on this idea of tung tung, tung tung. So they can go tung, tung tung, tung tung. They can vary the rhythm. So free motion, but these 2 to 4 techniques. Good. Now we're going to add the additional things that we do. We're going to step forward, skip forward, skip backwards, step backwards. Okay, step forward, skip forward, skip backwards, step backwards. Then I give them a little free motion here as well. Go! Okay, switch your feet. Okay, at this point I would give them a small break, and then I'd move on to the next section of my stepping drills. Second set of stepping drills for the same portion of the class. We're going to add a step forward, skip forward, a step backwards, skip backwards. Now, if you need more review of how to do each of these steps, go back to the instructional portion of the tape. But for the purposes of the class, we're going to break it down like this. So we go step forward, skip forward, and the reverse. Now we add the dynamic portion. Dynamic, I count once, they go twice. Then I count again, they go back. I count once, they go 4 times. Switch! Then I let them do the same idea, free motion. Free motion. Go! And stop. Okay, now we're ready to move into our target drills and our kicking drills for class number 4. Second section of class number 4. We've done our warm-up, we've done our stepping drills. The body should be nice and warm now. Now we're ready to take them and make them combinations, make them work with each other. So remember, building off what came before, we've done it in the air. Now we're doing it with a kick. So we're going to go skip forward, skip backwards, round kick. Building that idea, they're trying to entice the opponent to attack. They entice them, they move out of the way, and they count to kick. Skip forward, skip backwards, round kick. Now you notice in this drill they'll be able to practice both sides. So we go skip forward, skip backwards, round kick, skip backwards, skip forwards, round kick. Okay, let's back them up. So again, when you're teaching this, you can go slowly. I would start like this, skip forward, skip backwards, watching their body position, reminding them that foot's got to push up to come up, round kick.
Hey!
Now they do the converse. They skip backwards, skip forward, round kick.
Hey!
We're getting their minds to move multi-directional. Now they're thinking, I can attack, I can defend, I can use them in any combination. I can skip forward, skip backwards, I can skip backwards, skip forwards. I can entice my opponent. I can exploit my opponent's ability to be pre-framed to do a counter, make them miss an attack. I can also cover more distance. So let's back them up again. I say 1, they're going to skip forward, skip backwards, round kick. 1!
Hey!
I say 2, they're going to do the converse, back, forwards kick.
Hey!
Good. Now I'm going to say 1, they're going to do both series of techniques. They're going to go in, out, kick, out, in, kick. 1!
Hey!
1!
10!
Now we're ready to move on to the next side of kicking. Now we're ready to let them do it with their own motions. They're going to do the same techniques, but I want them to get free in their thought, in their mind. You want them imagining that they're in a competition. So have them visualize a competition, have them visualize themselves in front of an opponent they want to compete against, and then in their mind, have them see this technique being effective as they're executing it. Because then we're building the right mind frame for the Torch Club program students. Good. Now we're ready to move on to the final section of the class. Next skill set. Still in that same idea, we're doing the step drills and the kicks in the air. Now we're going to do step forward, skip forward, round kick, nice attacking technique. Then it's going to be skip forward, step forward, round kick. Okay, let's back it up. Now with a little bit of intensity, I'm going to count the 1. They go step forward, skip forward, round kick. Go! Then I have them back up a little bit. Now they go to the second one. Skip, step, round kick. So again, here's an additional drill you can add during this section. So you had the first series of drills, we matched. Here's the second. All we've done is take those 2 techniques in the middle and flip them. So we flip the step with the skip and the skip with the step. Now we're moving on to the next drill. This is going to be step backwards, skip backwards, round kick. That's the first drill in the second series. And then it's going to be skip backwards, step backwards, round kick. Again, not absolutely realistic, but it does occur when you're fighting. The idea, though, is that we're building the step, we're building the idea that they can round kick at the end of a step, plus they're creating an understanding of distance. So again, we've got step backwards, skip backwards, round kick. Then we reset a little bit. Now we're going to do the converse. Go!
2!
Very nice. Now between this 6 series of different drills in this section of the class, gives you a lot of time, a lot of skills. Also builds the conditioning and the muscles that we're trying to build for the stepping and the kicking. Also builds a sort of distance awareness that they'll be able to utilize later in the various parts of the DVDs that we have to show you. Now we're going to the drill series with the partners. So we've done the kicks in the air. Rather than go to targets, I want to do some reaction drills in this class. We're going to change it up for the students a little bit. So now we're going to use that same series of steps that we used during our step drills, and we're going to do them with reactions. He's going to entice his partner by skipping in. His partner's then going to counter kick. He's then going to skip back and counter kick. Okay, so it's the same exact kicking drill. The only difference is we've inserted a partner who's now practicing his counterattack. He's also having to respond to a counter kick. So let's try it again. He's going to tease him, come out, and round kick. Now, the problems that he may have during this drill is switch up again. He may, when he skips in, he may get stuck there. Then, of course, he's going to get kicked before he can move. So it's going to force him to push forward and push back. So as he pushes in, he's got to immediately push back. So push in, push back. Here we go. And he can actually start from this side. He just skips back a little, gives him a little distance. Go! That's the way that I would teach this during this portion of the class. And then, of course, I would give them some time to practice it and refine it. I would then move on to the second one, which is the reverse. He's going to skip back, causing him to come forward. Then he's going to skip in and follow him with round kick. So when he skips in, he may think that he has an opportunity. He can either kick or step. Then he's going to chase him and follow with a scoring round kick. So he's going to skip back. He comes in, he skips in, and round kicks. When he realizes that he's made a mistake, if this was actual sparring, he would take that step and then try to escape. That's what the purpose of this technique is. But at this level, we're just trying to teach them that reaction and also that attacking time. So he's going to withdraw, enter, and kick. Go!
Hey! Bang!
Excellent. That's exactly the way that we want to do it. That's the reaction that we want. One more time. Go!
Hey! Boom!
Then from this position, it doesn't matter where their bodies are. They just adjust their distance. It's his turn now. He'll go skip back, skipping, and round kick, and he'll do the reaction in between those two. Go!
Play!
Very nice. Very nice. Again, matching the motion, understanding what the attacks look like. One more time.
Play!
Very nice. Now we're going to move on to our next series of partner drills. Drill number 3. Now we're going to do that same series we did in the air. Practiced already. He's going to step, skip, and round kick. However, the partner's just going to move out of the way, try to understand what's happening on the attack, and build the memory so that in the future he'll be able to counter. So it's step, skip, kick.
Play!
Very nice. Now they're going to move. The other gentleman goes the other way. Go!
Play!
And at this point, I think I'm comfortable enough during this class that I'm going to allow them to do this back and forth at their own pace. Don't necessarily need to count it out for them. Then walk around the room. Help them with the different parts that they may be having problems with. So make sure that the step and the skip function well and they flow right into the round kick. So watch their feet. Watch how they're punching off the floor. This is kind of an easier technique because it's all traveling forward. Go!
Play!
Go!
Bow!
Go!
Play!
Go!
Play!
Okay, now we're going to have them flip it. All we're going to do is change those things. So instead of a step first, it's going to be a skip, a step, and a round kick. Changing the look of it. A skip, a step, and a round kick. Ready? Go!
Play!
Very nice. Go!
Play!
Again, they're both looking for opportunities to kick. They're both working on their feet, traveling on the floor. Bodies are balanced. Everything keeps close to the floor. One more time. Go!
Play!
Go!
Bow!
Go!
Play!
One more time. Go!
Bow!
Okay, at this point, we're about halfway through the class. Now you can change these drills, make them fit your structure. But for the most part, this is going to be a lion's share of the class, probably in the middle, bringing their body up to a certain place, bringing their aerobic conditioning up. Their anaerobic conditioning is going to come up, and then we're ready to move into the next phase of our training. Next series of partner drills. Now we're working on our defensive motion. It's going to skip backwards, step backwards, answer with a round kick. As part of this drill, we're going to let him attack somewhere after the first technique or before the first technique. So he's going to either skip forward and kick or just kick or skip forward. The choice is yours. But what we want to build is in this athlete the ability to back, and return. So he's going to skip, step, and return. He's going to kick somewhere before that.
Play! Bow!
Very nice. Now we're going to have him go the other way. Go!
Play!
Very nice. Now again, what we're going to focus on, for me, if I were teaching an advanced athlete, that counter might have been a little bit late. Have him try to answer just a little bit sooner. So as soon as that foot touches the floor, it bounces back off the floor and hits the target before the athlete who's advancing forward can recover. So one more time, we're going to go skip backwards, step backwards, and round kick. Go!
Play! Play!
Nice reaction timing. Go!
Play!
Very nice, nice reaction. Now we're going to flip the switch again. So he's going to step backwards, skip backwards, round kick,
Play!
and then the other athlete, step backwards, skip backwards, round kick.
Play!
Now, it doesn't matter as much as what this person does. They can either skip or step or kick, up to them. He's still going to focus on the stepping, the skipping, and the countering. Remembering, again, the step back, pushing back with the foot that's retreating, pushing back with the foot that's touching, coming back up. And these are the final drills in this series of this portion of the class. Again, entire portion of the class may be 10 to 15 minutes, so you have to move quickly. You have 6 different drills to fit in there, but it'll keep your students flowing. They won't get bored, and it's disguising the repetition of the different techniques that we're trying to do. So one more time, going, go!
Play! Bow!
Go!
Play!
Very nice. Now we move on to the final portion of the class. You have the entire class 4 now. We're ready to move to class 5. But remember, Each structural component is important. You need to review the material from class 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you need to integrate them in your class. If at the end of this class you find that you didn't have enough time to do all the drills, that's okay. Push these drills to another class. You don't have to follow the class format. It's a suggested format based upon your level of your students in this particular program. So don't be afraid to do a specific portion a little bit longer or shorter. What is important are the nature of the drills, how you integrate them, and that you follow the progression. You can change some of them, but always follow the progression. This way, when you get to class 5, you'll have all the information you need.
Getting over the fear of something that seems impossible is a challenge for everyone.
Your turn. But I can't. I've already fallen 6 times. I just can't do it. I can't believe you're gonna give up like that.
And making the effort to accomplish the impossible is the best way to get over our fears.
Just go.
Unfortunately, even when we try our hardest, sometimes things just don't turn out the way we would like.
See, I told you I just can't do it. You're impossible. Let's go home. You could have helped me. You never asked.
Writing is horrible. Why did they even make us do this?
It's easy, you just...
No, it's not. It makes my head hurt because I don't know how to start.
Tell me what you need to write. I can help.
You're a 3rd grader. No way.
Jeffrey knows I like to write. He even says my stories are great. The teachers say the same. I'm just trying to help, so why won't he let me?
Yeah, I tried to help him learn basketball, but he wouldn't let me. Sometimes you gotta help them without them knowing it.
Guess what I learned today?
What?
That volcanoes are very helpful.
Right, when they literally blow up everything and destroy everything in their sight.
Sure, they blow up, but that creates the gases that we breathe and the water that we drink.
Really? Thanks, Sophie.
Sometimes it takes a little help from someone else to overcome our fears and accomplish what seemed to be impossible.
Let's go again. I'll help you.
I got this.
Fall down 7, get up 8. Everyone needs help from time to time. And when you're willing to accept that help, you will achieve even greater heights.